Okay, great challenge in front of us, going on the road, facing a good football team. Got to play our best, so we're excited about this opportunity, but I'll take any questions you guys got.
What did you see out of Denzel today? I know, was the plan always for him to practice today, and how did you feel like he came through?
Yeah, that was the plan. I thought he looked like himself, but really need to get through the next 24, 48 hours before you make a final determination there.
What about your safety situation with both of those guys, Delpit and Hickman, rolled out? What are your plans?
Yeah, we have options there. Obviously, with Rodney and DeAnthony Bell, feel good about those guys. They've played a lot of football for us over the last couple of years. So, but we have options.
Is Jack Conklin going to be able to go then?
Yes.
Will he have a role?
Yeah, I'm not going to get into specifics on roles with our guys, but excited for him to be up and, have to mention the fact with all these guys how hard they work to get back. And I know, he's obviously wanted to be back earlier than this, but, man, he's worked so hard.
How long ago did you know that Hudson was potentially surgery was a possibility for Hudson?
Yeah, he was battling that injury, had something at practice, knew that was a chance of that happening. His surgery is complete, so he's in good spirits. Disappointed for him. I like everything about James from his attitude and just how he goes about his business, so certainly disappointed for him.
I don't know Nick yet, obviously, but what have you seen from him after another week of practice?
Yeah, I think he's just building on every single day. Ashley, I think he's doing a nice job. In the scout team, he's doing a nice job when he gets some reps with the offense. So he just continues to build on every single day.
What about the challenge that you guys will face there, in the interior with no Ethan, and then I don't know what exactly is going on at right guard with Zach being a little limited with the knee injury. But what do you feel about that against these tackles? Yeah,
they're excellent, Mary Kay. They are powerful. They can get off the ball. And they wave a bunch of guys up front, so they have good depth at the D line position. They play everybody, so they present a very, very unique challenge. Just watching the tape, you can see how talented they are, particularly like you mentioned up front.
This is a new position for Nick Harris, but how have you seen him throughout this week, knowing Ethan hasn't been able to practice and this was a possibility for him?
Nick's always ready to go, whether it's in game or he has a week heads up, if you will, but he prepares like all these guys do, that he's going to play every snap, even when you're a backup, and I think that's the only way you can prepare yourself, but he'll be ready to roll.
You see Michael Dunn have a significant role in this game?
Yeah, kind of like we talked about earlier, potentially. We have options up front, but we'll work through those.
You activate Mike Hall?
We will.
Play
yes.
Sunday. What have you seen in his first week back?
Yeah, good for him to be out there on the practice field, getting back into the rhythm of practice and moving around, and he looked good.
How did Nick Chubb progress this week, and was he close at all to suiting up Sunday?
Yeah, I'm not going to get into how close, those type of things, other than to say he's getting better every single day. And Nick has the attitude, and certainly we support where we'll just take it day to day and focus on what he's looking to accomplish out there, and it's on the practice field, in the meeting room, in the weight room, those type of things. So he's keeping he's very much keeping a day-to-day mindset.
Kevin, when you're facing a guy like Saquon, I don't know how much you can divulge or not, but having a guy like Nick for the defense to potentially go against leading into a game like facing a guy like Saquon, how much can that help a defense?
Yeah, they're different players. Obviously, they're two very good players. It's hard to replicate his running style. He's powerful. He has those jump cuts that he does a nice job. Obviously, Nick has his own style too. So I wouldn't say he's in there trying to be Saquon, if you will. But doesn't mean we don't have a ton of respect for that player, what he does. He's dangerous with the ball in his hands, whether they throw it to him, hand it to him. And he's got a unique style. But he's a huge challenge for our entire defense, not just one person.
And then what about David Njoku just coming through another week of practice with that ankle?
Yeah, better each day. I think each day you're coming off that injury, I think you'll maybe in 2 weeks you feel perfectly fine. I don't think anybody feels perfectly fine after some of these injuries, but he's getting better every single day.
Kevin, it seems like everywhere you look on that Eagles offense, they just have size, including all their skill positions. Are they unique a little in that way, and what challenges does that present?
Certainly a very big offensive line. That's where it starts with the tackles all the way through the guards. So a physical group. A.J. Brown is an excellent player, can run a variety of routes, but again is big and physical, have multiple tight ends. So it's a challenge in its own way, whether you're talking about them blocking in the run game or the pass game, then it's a challenge with some of the bigger receivers down the field using their size.
Oh, go ahead.
I'm just saying, what have these guys shown you as they try to fight through, the 3-game losing streak? And are you still pleased with the energy and the focus that you've seen during the week?
Without a doubt. And this is football, this is sports. It's not always going to be going exactly how you want it to go, but you got another opportunity. And that's our mindset is we get another opportunity this Sunday.
As far as Jordan Hicks, what would it mean if you guys could get him back just from a tackling and just overall defensive standpoint? Yeah,
Jordan's a guy that has played at a very, very high level for us in these games, right in the center of the defense, making calls and those type of things. But we have confidence if he doesn't make it, we have confidence in all those guys.
Anthony Bell's a guy that has been in this position where he could step in for you guys. How have you seen him grow in that role since the time he's gotten here?
Has certainly grown in the role, is much more comfortable than as a young player, being out there, making all the calls, lining up in different areas. Really, and we've all been around guys that make their name on special teams and then their role grows on the offensive side or grows on the defensive side, in this case with DeAnthony. But he's a young player still, but I do see him making strides.